Telltale, that's just brutal. What? You just pulled a Michonne right there. That was from Michonne's miniseries. Are you kidding me, Telltale? What?
I don't think so.
What? Oh my gosh.
Javi, we can't leave her. Oh, shit.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me, Telltale? Oh no, Gabe, no, you're all gonna die! They're all gonna die! They're all gonna die! No! Everybody's gonna die!
Do something, Javi!
Return fire! Cover them! Take them out, they're the source. Take them out!
Go!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Poor Mari.
Jesus, I'm so...
She just...
I know, Javi, and there'll be time for all that, but not right now. Kate needs a doctor. Which means we gotta go.
Oh my gosh.
We got a window here, man. We gotta get a move on before they start shooting again.
Kate, are you okay?
She's shot, Javier. She's shot! And she's bleeding! Get her to the car!
The longer it takes us to get out of here, the worse off
He's like,
gonna be.
Kate, are you okay? I'm like, no! Get her in the car!
Finish this.
Are you fucking nuts? We gotta get the fuck out of here
I
right
already
now!
killed one of you. If we don't stop them, they're gonna come after your family again.
She's
Let
right.
Trip help them. You stay with me.
What? No, Javi, you have to come with us. Javi, please.
Oh
me,
my
Javi.
gosh.
We have to end this now.
No, Javi, please come with us. Please.
Come on!
He has to go with his
stay my
family.
Go. I'll hold him off.
I said I have to go with my family. I said
Go.
beforehand he has to go with his family. It's all he has left right now. If his family, that's all he has left. He's not gonna leave Gabe again. Oh, he's already leaving Mari behind. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Clementine, I'm sorry, but I said I had to choose my family over her. I said that's what I would do, and I have to stick with that. Oh my gosh, I'm so gonna... Oh, there's repercussions for this. Oh my gosh, there's repercussions for this. Oh no. Oh, Telltale, why are you doing this to me? Oh, why? Why do I play this game? Oh my gosh.
Kate, wake up! Kate! Kate!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was a hard choice. I didn't want to leave Clementine. Oh my gosh. Me as the player, I didn't want to leave Clementine there hanging by herself. I didn't want to do that. But in that split moment, I had to think, what would Javier do? I mean, yes, he's starting to like Clementine, but this is his family, and like, he understands what Clementine is saying at that moment, but he just had to... He promised Gabe that he wouldn't leave them again, and I didn't want him to break that promise twice, because he already did it once. Javier couldn't break that promise to Gabe again, especially after his sister died. I mean, Gabe begged him to let them stay and have, eat the pudding. Javier said no. Gabe was upset of him because he left them, not by choice, but he still left them, and Javier said, no, I'm never gonna do that again. He couldn't disappoint his family a third time. He just couldn't. As much as awesome as Clementine was, I had to think in that moment Javier would have to go with his family, even if the smart thing to do and probably the best thing or the best way to protect his family would have been to stay. He couldn't do it. He had to be with his family at that moment. So, oh my gosh, oh jeez. Whew, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is, wow. Did you stay the night at the junkyard? You and 47.8% of players chose to head back out on the road. Oh wow, so I was in the minority there. Did you shoot the driver or let him go? You and 57.2% of players chose to let the driver go. It's still pretty like even. What is the aftermath of the shooting? 98% of the players got locked up. Okay, I'm gonna ask this question now. How do you get the other aftermath? What is the 5.2%? How do you do that and what happens? I'm actually asking that question now. Like, if the players didn't get locked up, then what happened to them? Did they just like make a break for it? What did they do? What was the 5.2%? Who brought you to the junkyard? Wow, 54? I'm surprised that majority of the people went with Trip. I'm really surprised by that. Interesting. Did that many people really distrust Eleanor that much? Wow. Did you escape with your family or stay with Clementine? Okay, this doesn't surprise me. I'm in the minority in this one. I think a lot of players, understandably so, a lot of players understandably in that moment felt so attached to Clementine's character because she's an awesome character. You were protecting her as Lee in season 1. You were her in season 2. It makes total sense for anyone who has loved the series. Their gut reaction would be to stay and help and fight with Clem. But I couldn't do that, and I even said, you saw me earlier. You heard me say if there was a choice between Clementine and my family, I said I was gonna choose the family, and that's what I did. That's what I did. So it would have been a little too meta of me to go with Clem. So I know there's consequences to that choice, but I am excited that whatever consequences will come from this will be a consequence that many people might not see because I'm in the minority, because only 16.5% of players escaped with the family as opposed to staying with Clem. And we're just gonna see what happens in episode 2 because of that really soon. Whew, how about you guys? What are you guys thinking about that? Some things are worth saying woohoo about. Words of wisdom. Woohoo, no. Welcome, Sarky. No, what? WTF, they shot a girl. They shot a little girl who shoots a little girl. Oh, hey, Sakir, Kanezer, welcome to the live stream. I just got back at the best part, can't believe it. Hey, welcome back, Rocky Bestender. Well, Chip was escorting them out, but I don't think they'll be able to stay for long just in case it will cause more trouble. No, welcome, Sarky. What? She didn't even get to use the headphones. I know, it's so sad. Priceless face and dead. Monsters. Of course they shoot the innocent sweet one. Not that I dislike Gabe or anything. Scene was too happy. Should have known it was coming. Yeah, should have known. Gutted. Oh, I hate these guys. Surprise! I really liked Mari. No, Kate. How did they not hear them coming? That's a good point. Everyone said hark some hot cocoa and a warm cozy blanket. Why not the other kid? Oh, I like both the kids. I like both of them. Mari and Gabe. Oh. Everyone's... Why not the other hit? First blood. Well, that running animation. I'm laughing uncontrollably. I was waiting for this part. Yeah, let's all run out. Let's all run into the gunfire and get shot. Whenever there's happy music and it's peaceful, you know it's bad news. I know. I know. Why, Telltale? Why? Why? Get The Walking Dead Michonne. I already have The Walking Dead Michonne. I've got it already. I'm good. We've got it. I played it. I live streamed it even. I'm so glad I got back right at this moment. I'm so glad you got back right at this moment too, Rocky Beastender. Hashtag everyone's gonna die. I thought I had missed it. Gut wounds are insanely painful, but they do take a while to kill you. Unbelted Thread 0, welcome to the live stream. Hello, Unbelted. Sometimes they can take days. So much emotional stress. Kill him, Clem. Clem's got this solo. Wow, this is crazy. You just reunited after being separated, but staying to fight helps his family. I know. It makes sense. But in that split moment, that's what he chose. Even though, if we had all the time in the world to think about it, if it wasn't for the fact that his sister-in-law was bleeding to death, if it wasn't for all of that, if you could just, sit down and calmly, think about it thoroughly, then yeah, it probably would have made more logical sense for him to stay, but we didn't have the luxury of that at the time. And so he just went with his gut, and his gut was he had to stay with his family, which might not have been the most productive thing to do, but it's what happened on the spot. It's horribly sad, but that girl got shot through the head. You don't risk running out in the open with people firing at you like that for a dead person's body. Clem can handle this. This is her first run. Clem's got... Well, that's the thing. I don't think Clem has plot armor. How horrible would it be if Clementine died in the next episode because of what I chose at the end of episode 1? I mean, that'd be really ballsy. Although, I don't think that's going to happen because... Not necessarily, because, I mean... Spoilers, episode 4 has Clementine in it already. So maybe she has plot armor until episode 4. Maybe that thumbnail is just there to trick you into thinking that she isn't a determinate death. I don't know. By the powers of Bada, Clem will be victorious. Next episode. Both choices make sense, really. Some of these decisions seem to be written assuming the player will want to stick with Clem as much as possible. I think Hark needs a day at the beach as an emotional vacation. I agree with this choice. He needs to be with his family. Thank you, John Barrowman. It's, at the end of the day, guys, I don't think there really is a right or wrong answer. There's so many morally gray areas in these choices, and I feel like there's more morally gray choices in Season 3 than there was in Season 2, if I remember correctly. I think part of the problem that we had in Season 2 was so many of the choice results were not split enough. There was a very clear winner of what was more popular than the other for more of the choices than there probably should be in a game like this. So I am happy. One of the things that I did take from this episode so far is that I am happier with the choices, and I think somebody else mentioned this in the chats, happier with the choices in this one being a lot more morally gray or a lot harder to make than in the second season. Once I'm part of this Let's Talk, I've got quite a piece to say about the writing of this episode. Victoria and Bellum, Victory and War. I did take Latin for 4 years. Hopefully he'll meet back up with Clem. I hope so. She's on the episode 4 title screen, so she's probably has plot armor. In the moment, I was just saying, no, I'm not killing anybody, I'm leaving. You have to remember he knows Clem for a day at most, so of course he would go with his family. My Javier got overcome with rage at Mariana's death and wanted nothing more than to kill them all. He wasn't thinking clearly. Oh, is she? That makes me feel better. Next episode. Yes, we will do the next episode. I'm gonna take a small break, because I'm probably gonna have to grab some. Well, I might not be that hungry. I might take a very brief break, just because we started so late. And we come to the end of episode 1. Now that I think about it, doesn't Kate have that anime mom hairstyle? You guys that watch anime know what I'm talking about, right? So it's possible to talk Clem down, I'm guessing, if you snitch on Clem. Oh, to avoid being locked up, I assume you have to throw Clem under the bus and not side with her. Oh, interesting. Wow, so that many people did lie about it. I don't think he's doing the episodes back to back. It's if you were honest about Clementine killing that guy. Trip might be more useful as a partner, but I think it was split because people went with Elnor because they wanted to get back to the family ASAP. It was because Clem trusted Trip. Most players will side with her. See, I love Clem, but I actually would have left with the family there. I think it makes sense. We've known Clementine for only a day, and this is his family we're talking about. Even though, practically, Clementine has a point that these people are just going to go after your family, that maybe finishing them off is probably the better thing to do for your family. But Gabe could argue that the best thing for the family is to be there. I mean, I chose family as well. I'm a big role player when it comes to these games. Clementine said she didn't trust Eleanor. It's the power of Clementine at work. I can't wait for you to DM that The Walking Dead tabletop for you to kill off a character like that, pop and head gets blown off. Would I do that, guys? Would I do that? Oh my goodness. Oh, if you thought Gabe was moody before, that's true. Hashtag why telltale why. I'm bothered by how little our season 2 endings mattered. Well, I'm wondering. We did get that flashback, like I said. We did get that flashback, and I like how they're using the flashbacks to sort of bridge the gap between these two seasons to find out how Clementine came from wherever it was she was, whether she was with Jane or with Kenny or with Wellington or alone. I'm going to be very curious to see what those flashbacks are like. If you want me to react to those flashbacks, because I will probably save those for the Q&A session for episode 2. That's another reason, by the way, why I prefer. It's another reason why I prefer that you guys don't tell me right away what would have happened if I made a different choice, unless I solicit it, unless I directly ask you for it, is because it gives me a chance to react to them blindly after the fact during the Q&A session. So that's another reason why. Again, it's not technically breaking the rules. It's skirting the rules a little bit, but it's not technically breaking it. But it's a preference. Here's how I see it. No matter what you choose, stay or fight or go with your family, I felt Javier would be protecting his family either way. Me as the player considers Clem family. If I went with Javi's family, I wouldn't be able to back up Clem. I know she's capable, but I can't help but be protective. So I stayed with Clem to fight because I could back her up as a player and protect the family as Javi. Makes perfectly logical sense, Asilla. Makes total logical sense. And I think if Javier had more than 15 seconds to make a decision, he probably would have eventually got to that too. Go Clem. However, I hope she joins back with Javi in episode 2. Considering how nice he is, it's safe to say Trip might be next. Hope not. Ugh. Where's Kenny when you need him? Come rescue us. Maybe it's Clem's evil twin in episode 4. Yeah, they cloned Clementine. That's the twist. In order for humanity to survive, scientists came up with a way to clone people. In fact, yeah, that might have been how the zombie virus came from to begin with. Maybe it was a sheer science accident. Some sort of freak science accident of cloning that caused the virus to happen, turn people to zombies. I know it doesn't make any sense. But then they find said cloning facility, and then they successfully clone the human race in order to bring human race back on its feet. And that is a evil Clem clone. Or maybe the Clem that we have is already the clone. Conspiracy theory? Maybe we've been with a clone Clem this entire time. Mind blown. It all makes sense now. Except not really. I think it matters for what kind of character Clementine is. She does seem pretty harsh for the way... she does seem pretty hardened, more so than I would think she would be, considering how I played her in Season 2. But again, it's been a few years. So that makes sense. Thank you, and calling me Sack, A pronounced like the A in awesome. Sock is fine. Sokri von Kaiser? Is that Sokri von Kaiser? Sorry if I'm botching your name. Yeah, that would be such a good plot twist. Evil Tangerine. Somebody draw Clem an evil Tangerine. We have to put Sassy Clem's constant scowl in Tangerine's face. Okay, gotta go eat dinner. Jesus' family doesn't let me watch live streams in peace. It's okay, Rocky Beastender. You might be back in time for the best part of episode 2, whatever that is. Enjoy your dinner. Spellbound Prince. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna have to have a nice day, and above all, I think I'll be going to have a nice day, and above all, don't die. Spellbound Prince, thank you very much for being a very good moderator in the chats. Thank you for helping to moderate things in the chats for me. You are super, super awesome at that, Spellbound Prince, so you get a badge for that. That or a mustache twirly evil smirk. See ya, Spellbound Prince. Bye, Spell. AA episode 2. Don't let things go so easy, AA. It's heartbreaking. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it. Come here. Okay. Never mind. I'm staying. Okay, Spellbound Prince. I'm just saying, Hark, is a very high possibility considering that you kill someone by shooting them in the face at the tabletop. I'm actually going to get going. I haven't played episode 2 and want to play it myself. Have fun, Agent C46. Have a wonderful Christmas. Every rose has its thorn. It only blew up again because... Okay. The angel takes time to read the chat and not... I love that the angel takes the time to read the chat and not just skim. It gives us a real sense of care. Oh, thank you, Sock. Can I just call you Sock? If that is how you pronounce your name, I'm very sorry. Trust me, Hark, you'll want to go through the endings of season 2. Some of them are great. React to them as you said. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Variant says his audience and I love. Thank you, Jed Barman. Thank you. I would leave with the doctor. Javi's family might need aid. If it was the one who was making a choice, I would try to think ahead. I take it Angel is a big fan of evil clones. It would be pretty jarring, surprising to actually see some kind of Clem look like in the series at one point. You just pronounced my name perfect. Yes! High five to Sock. High five to Sock. Hopefully I didn't accidentally smack somebody in the face again. Sorry. Sorry about that. He especially loves sexy evil maesters. We didn't have a sexy evil maester in this one, or even a not so sexy evil maester. What gives, Telltale? Come on, it's tradition. And I didn't, there really wasn't very much drink-worthy moments in the Telltale games. I mean, for whatever reason, you know, zombie apocalypses don't really bring out a lot of the drinking things for some reason. We need Luke back. Maybe somebody made a clone of Luke. Oh, please. Somebody made a clone of Luke. Oh, please let this be a thing. Luke clone would be amazing. I'll even take an evil Luke clone. I'll gladly take an evil Luke clone. Okay, that's a drink, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, exciting. Clementine's back for The Walking Dead Season 3, but will this story be our last? I guess you shall say. Thank you, Rocky Beastender. Quoting Alexander there. I hope you guys enjoyed the holiday special that I posted on my channel. So many people were involved in that, and I love how it came out. I really enjoyed taking a step back and just seeing everything that we've been able to accomplish in the last year. 2016 was not a perfect year by any stretch of the imagination. It's had its ups and downs, and for many of you, you're still feeling the effects of the downs, and for many of us, we are anxious, have a bit of anxiety for the I guess, long-term effects of things that happened in 2016 going into 2017. Many of you probably know it's some of the reasons why I say that. It's not just one reason. There's several things that happened in 2016 that definitely has lasting effects in 2017, and we don't know for sure if it's good or bad, but you know, there are a lot of things that really happened really well on the live stream, and I'm just helping on the year when I'm saying the year. And it just feels good that hopefully the channel is one of the really good places that people enjoyed being in 2016. I think those guys get paid to hack such sites. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. Have you read the Walking Dead comics, Hark? Yes, I have. I am not up to date completely. I have read up, without giving too much away, I have read the comics through the first major portion of Alexandria. In other words, I've read up through most of the Alexandria beginning stuff in the comics, but I have not gotten to the Savior stuff. The Saviors I haven't gotten to, so I know the TV show is knee-deep into the Saviors arc, and I have not read that far, which I guess is a good thing, because then the comics won't spoil anything for me. Not that the TV show always follows the events of the comics, obviously, but just in case, because there are many cases, especially within the last couple of seasons of the TV show, that they have followed relatively religiously with the comics. So I think I'm gonna hang back and wait to read the comics until maybe after this season on TV is over, so I'm not too spoiled by everything. Let me lower the music a little bit more. Alright. Hopefully that's better. Have you ever thought of playing Undertale? I have a feeling you would really enjoy it. Yes, I've thought of playing Undertale, and it's your lucky day. It's a Christmas miracle. There already is a playlist of me playing Undertale on my channel. So, you definitely can check that out. If you want to see more of the stuff that I've done in the last year, including Undertale, check out my holiday special, because it kind of summarizes everything that I did, most of everything that I did, with clickable links, very convenient clickable links when you get to some place that you think might be interesting, like the Undertale playthrough. You can just click on it and it'll take you directly to that playlist on my on that video. I haven't been to that many years, and also I quoted myself, music sounds like a comedy sketch or something. Hark picks a lot of choices I would have picked if I played, so I'm looking forward to go blind with him. I can barely. It's not that hard, I just keep an eye on spoilers. Hi Fallen, do you prefer a rose? Please tell me the Christmas music is coming from here and I don't have a pop-up other vid started playing, I need to update my antivirus. No, he's playing music. Is the music better now? Nobody has said, the music is better now, right? The Christmas spirit is infectious. OSL didn't see sneaking in there. Hi everybody, how is everyone tonight, today? Good. If there's time, could you talk a bit about the next year's plans on your channel? Sure, I could. Sure. Wait, somebody, Calendar Cray asked a question about the next year's plans on my channel. So next year's plans on my channel, obviously I'm still trying to wrap up Final Fantasy 15. I'm wrapping up Enderal. I'm wrapping up the Mass Effect 1, 2, and possibly a replay of 3. Waiting for Andromeda. Obviously I'm going to be playing Andromeda. Now that I have a PS4, there are a few games coming out that I'm interested in playing, like the next one for Quantic Dream. I don't remember which one it is. I forgot the name of the game. But many of you who are familiar with Quantic Dream's other games, like Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, they're coming out with a new game. I think that's exclusive to the PS4. I forgot the name. I'm sure somebody in the chat is gonna put it down. But that is the game that I would like to LP as well. As far as tabletop gaming, obviously I'm going to be wrapping up Dragon Age Season 2. I would like to begin a new campaign that I am hopefully planning on letting the viewers pick out of 5 different tabletop games that I can host that people can audition for to participate in. It's not going to be Mass Effect or Dragon Age. It's going to be completely new IPs, I guess. And they are currently, this is unofficial, but the 5 ones that I currently am thinking of having you guys select from for tabletop gaming is a Harry Potter tabletop RPG, a Pokemon tabletop RPG, a Doctor Who tabletop RPG, a Walking Dead tabletop RPG, and Fallout, a Fallout tabletop RPG. Those are the 5 that I'm thinking about right now for you guys to vote on, for those of you who are into tabletop gaming or any of those particular universes. And then once that is chosen, then I'll start auditions, and then people can audition to be participating in that. So those are the major ones that I know for a fact I'm going to be doing in 2017. Further in, I'm not sure, but those are the big ones. Come on, is it me or is the song for the one that's the game's not working, is updating? It might be a little late to you. The LP of Until Dawn, now that you got that sexy PS4. Half of me really wants to. The other half of me is scared too. I don't do well with scary games. I might borrow it from somebody. I think I'll borrow. I know that it has very good storytelling, and I know that it has very good characters, and I know that I feel like most of the elements of Until Dawn I would absolutely love, but I don't do well with scary games. I mean, I jump scared during games that aren't really supposed to be that scary, like The Last Time. I jumped scared on that. Final Fantasy 15, I was frightened in that one. You saw me that I just released, like the There was a tomb area that was just did not like. And then, you know, Mass Effect with the R.Yachi and Mass Effect 3, the R.Yachi thing, I could not stand that, and I couldn't stand... Yeah, so I don't do well with scary, to the point that if it's too scary for me, I end up not enjoying myself, and if I don't enjoy myself, then I don't want to finish the game. So that's my fear for Until Dawn, is that I'll start playing it, but I won't be able to finish it. I'm not gonna say no, because so many people have said so many good things about it. I just have to get past the whole scary thing. Maybe I should play with somebody. Maybe that's a game I could play. See, I would ask my husband, I would ask Colin to play it, sit in the room with me, but he's not that big of a... He doesn't do well with games that take a long time to play. Like, he'll play like a few rounds of Street Fighter, or Mortal Kombat, or Mario Kart. Games that don't really take that long. You can just jump in and jump out, like play maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes most at a time. If he has to sit through like more than an hour of gaming, that's a little too much for him. And I mean, he's not the only person who's like that. A lot of people don't have the gaming attention span. So I don't think that would be something that he'd be able to do. But maybe if I found somebody else, or maybe I could watch somebody let's play it and maybe tell them what to do. Like, I'll have somebody who's maybe has already played the game can play the game for me. I will sit down and watch them play the game and just tell them what to do, because maybe that'll be less scary for me. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That might be something interesting, because Oh, someone's down Steam. Detroit Become Human. That's right, Detroit Become Human. Wrapping up Final Fantasy 15, it says, let's both be honest. It'll be several months to years to get that done. I hope not. Detroit Become Human, Fallout, or The Walking Dead would be fun. I'm not a huge fan of Harry Potter, but even I know that would be infinitely amusing. So much potential. Yeah, so the idea with the Harry Potter tabletop RPG, if I do the Harry Potter one, is I wanted to explore more of the wizarding world as adults, not just students at a school. Very much like the recent Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them movie. So if you were to roll a character, I would prefer for you to be a character who actually is a grown-up, or at least somebody who's already graduated from wizarding school and is actually living their lives as whatever, a teacher, a baker, a bus boy, a taxi driver. Like, you know, there obviously are jobs that are specifically for magic citizens, but I think it'd be really interesting for people in the wizarding worlds actually having muggle jobs, and, you know, what their day-to-day life is like as a wizard in a muggle world, and obviously come up with some sort of plot with that. So I think that it would be a really great way to explore a mature, not that Harry Potter wasn't mature, because it definitely got into some dark areas near the end, but I want to take advantage of the fact that a lot of Harry Potter fans are my age, our age, or even older, and explore, have more of a adult Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them kind of feel. So that's what I'm looking at that. Even the Pokemon one, if I do a Pokemon tabletop campaign, again, I want it to have a mature adult feel where you're not a 10-year-old boy trying to become a Pokemon master. That's not what I'm aiming for as a character. I want you to be, again, an adult in a world that happens to have Pokemon in it. And, you know, maybe you're a parent of 5 children. Maybe you're a single mom working as a waitress by day and working as a dancer, club dancer at night. Maybe you are a college student. You know, maybe you are, I don't know, like, my goal is for the Pokemon campaign to be very grounded on, like, the way real life is. Just throw Pokemon into real life and actually explore issues that involve Pokemon that actually would come out of real life. Like, not everybody, I'm assuming, would be okay with people using Pokemon to fight each other. Not everybody would be okay with that. There would probably be a lot of politics around that, and people being on a side where they're like, no, that's not humane. Why are you guys doing that? Like, why does this particular culture over here allow for this, and maybe another culture over here completely bans that kind of thing? And then, you know, the arguments beforehand. I feel like there's a lot of really cool things you can explore with that universe in a way that is, again, a little bit more adult and a little more mature. So those are some of my thoughts on if I were to do a campaign in those universes. It seems like the website will not work with us. Oh my gosh, Harry Potter, Pokemon, or Doctor Who, or Walking Dead, or Fallout. I cannot pick. So I need to catch up on all the RPGs. I can't remember what episode I was on. The last thing I remember was an Anar being arrested, but I didn't have that to my watch later playlist. Ooh, hopefully that didn't like spoil it for anyone. Have you seen the latest anime about homosexual ice skaters? No, I have not, but I guess I'm not. You know what? I think I have. I think Darkhill Themsby or Malik told me about that on my Facebook page just a couple days ago. That he was talking about ice something, and I'm wondering if that's what you're talking about. Yuri on Ice, I think that's what it is. I think that's exactly what it is. Harry Potter is one of the most potential, but I love magic as a concept, so I'm a bit biased. To buy the website, it's a Telltale account. Do you have one on the Telltale forums? Yesterday, brilliant series. Yuri on Ice, so good. The Walking Dead tabletop RPG would be cool because we get to see how Hark will kill people off. Yes, so that is that. If we do a Walking Dead tabletop RPG, that'll be the most brutal. That'll probably be the brutalest campaigns I ever play. Or ever DM, because that universe is so unforgiving. And if you were to agree to play this game, a tabletop of The Walking Dead, you would have to understand fully that nobody is safe. If your character dies, that's it. I will probably have a starting party, like a starting group of PCs, and then have a waiting list, so to speak, so that if a PC dies or more, if one or more PCs die in a given session, then those players unfortunately will have to say goodbye to, and then I will then pull in the next players on the waiting list. So it does allow for more people to possibly participate. Of course, it's kind of weird that you're in the sidelines just waiting for somebody to die. But B, know that just because you are a PC, you could be playing for a session. Like it's possible for you to play session 1 and then your character dies and then that's it. I have to bring on another player now. So that is one caveat that you guys would have to like be prepared for, not only as a player but also as a viewer, knowing that it is possible that a character that you absolutely love or a player that you absolutely love is not guaranteed to stay there forever, and if they die, they die. So that's not for everybody. I don't think I, as a person, would be interested in playing that game or necessarily be interested in watching that game, but I am willing to DM that game if that ends up being something that majority of the viewers want to see or want to play in. Oh, I know this one. This is Earthbound. Me and my friends fangirl school the whole time. The art looks good, but I haven't seen it yet. I heard that there was like a South Park reference in it because of the one episode in the last season. Walking Dead tabletop RPG would be cool because we get to see it. Yeah, the best part is that it'll be continuous. People cycling in on that kind of campaign. Yeah, exactly, Conpeto Kiss. Well, Hark will most likely be DM, but it would be nice to see him as a player. I have played a few times. You can see me as a player in the Sinland Trials. I played a game this last year with Andrew, Dawnforge Cast, and my buddy Dylan, who also was Sync in the Mass Effect tabletop campaign. You can find that I do have a playlist on the Sinland Trials in my channel. You also can get a direct link to it if you, again, watch my holiday special, because the holiday special has a review of everything I did in the last year, and one of the links you can click on is the Sinland Trials, which is me playing as a player, which is a lot of fun. Like husband and husband LP. Again, if I do a husband and husband LP, it would have to be a quick game, not a game that, you know, would take hours to beat. It would have to be something that we could do in like 30 minutes, or maybe in 30-minute sessions that doesn't exceed 5 sessions, for example. Well, you still need to collab again with Kathleen Ims, but I don't know if your time zones would still work out. Not yet. We want to. Kathleen Ims actually messaged me the other day saying we have to collab, and I told her, I'm up for it. Just give me a suggestion. Whatever you want to collab, let me know, and we'll figure something out. So I think she's in the middle of moving to Taiwan, and probably just busy in general because of the holidays. But I definitely would love to collab with Kathleen again very soon. Well, the killing puzzle off is such an essential part of the series, it would be hard to not kill characters because a single wound would pretty much mean certain death. Yeah. Until Dawn is amazing, in my opinion. However, I has a lot of jump scares, so yeah, so maybe a co-op would be the best. So for your Harry Potter tabletop would be like 20 plus, because that seems like a general age for everyone to be done with school. Yeah, 20 plus sounds about right. That would be interesting. You go to Princess to focus a specific school or something, because Rowling said anything about that. If you do a Doctor Who or The Walking Dead tabletop, I will definitely be auditioning. If you go into Princeton or spoke to a specific school or something, has Rowling said anything about that? I have to do a lot of research on the wizarding world outside of school, outside of your school, and we started exploring that in of course, the Fantastic Beasts movie. But it would be really neat if the characters that you roll for the Harry Potter tabletop campaign were characters from other countries. We have seen characters, for example, in the Harry Potter movies that are, you know, from other countries than just the UK. Obviously, Cho Chang, Parvati, I think. I think it was, at least her heritage is Indian. So it would be really interesting to try to tell some stories of characters, of wizards internationally from other countries, Asian wizards, Australian wizards, you know, Antarctic wizards. I think that there is so much potential that we could have, not only for a Harry Potter tabletop RPG, but again for a Pokemon RPG. I would greatly encourage, if you did a Pokemon RPG, to make a character who is from all around the world, and then somehow they end up together and some sort of adventure happens. So super cool potential there. There's a lot of ways that we could go about this that I think would be really interesting and engaging, and could definitely give a lot of storytelling potential. I'm emancipated minor with a stable job at 17, was emancipated 9 months ago. Oh, interesting. It's mainly just a job or ministry position. Exception's not the rule. I'm just saying exceptions shouldn't be disallowed in a campaign. Yeah, that's very true. Maybe you can email the details stuff of it. Sure, but the general rule will be 20 plus. A job or ministry position after the age of 17. Maybe there's a dropout. It would be cool to have a character who was a dropout or never went to a wizarding school. Maybe you were a wizard who never did go to wizarding school. Or a late bloomer. Or maybe you thought you were a squib. Or there's so much potential. There's so many things that we could do with that universe. Not just to say you couldn't be 17 in a stable muggle job, but still, exceptions not the rule. Angel Arts, do you think Krista, Lily, or Vernon could return this season? Maybe even Kenny. It'd be interesting, but too many returns. Well, I would love it for any of those people to return. Krista, I think a lot of people felt was an unfinished business for us back in the last season. They sort of left us hanging there. So the jury, as of the end of season 2, is still out on Krista. So I would like to believe that they wouldn't keep us hanging for yet another season. So I am anticipating we're going to see Krista again, hopefully. Lily, again, it's not confirmed whether she's alive or dead. She most likely probably is still alive. She's a tough woman. I think it would be really cool twist to run into her. Vernon as well. The person that I thought would be really interesting, not because I liked him as a character, but thought he was a really interesting character and really fascinating antagonist, is Nate from 400 Days. Nate is a character that I could not stand, but I loved hating this character. And so it would be really interesting to run into him again and maybe find out a little bit more about his past and try to find out what, you know, made him the way he is and makes him operate the way he is. Was he always like that? What was his life like before the apocalypse? Things like that. And of course, Kenny or Jane. I'm assuming that depending on your ending, you'll probably see Jane in this episode. You might see Kenny in this episode. I don't know. I have no idea. But again, no spoilers. I don't have the attention span, communication to do as many long sessions as to do Hark's Telltale RPGs, but I love to see like a magic baker kind of chef in that world, though I loved baked goods. I would love that too. Some of my favorite characters that I've played as a player in tabletop campaigns have been culinary characters. I played a culinary celebrity chef in one tabletop campaign. I don't remember what it was, what system it was, but that was really cool. He was a family man, celebrity chef with a very young son and a teenage girl and a wife, and that was fun to roleplay. And then I played in a Pathfinder game. It was a goblin who was raised by orcs, so he believes he was an orc, and the goblin, he was an alchemist. That was his class. He discovers sweets, he discovers baked goods while the orcs, I guess, were attacking a city or something. And he finds a cookbook, and then he starts like baking baked goods. And so during battle, he'd throw like exploding pies, and which were grenades in Pathfinder, but I reflavored them as exploding pies. And infusions, I think, is something that alchemists do to like boost your party. It's like a potion that you can make to boost your party, and I reflavored that as cookies, like little baked cookies that you give to the party members, and it boosts their stats. That was a super fun character, super fun character. I'm a foodie, so those are the kind of characters that I appreciated. Given account in Telltale Forms, however, I have no idea how to report stream saved to Telltale. I think we're good. Isn't Vernon dead? I'm sure they mentioned him being dead in DLC for the first season. Oh, you might be right. Waiting on the sidelines for someone to die sounds like an amazing audience interaction. I can see everybody, all the people that are waiting to become the next in line, be like, kill him! Come on, Hart, kill him! Kill him so I can play. And that's the thing, if you're on the waiting list, there's no guarantee, depending on where you are down the list, there's no guarantee that you'll be able to play, but there's a possibility that you'll be able to play. Maybe the people on the sidelines, like, I can give a chance to, like, roll, and that could, like, make penalties for other people to die. But I just feel like once I open that'll just open up a can of worms that causes a little bit too much animosity unnecessarily between players. I think it could be all in good fun, but I think there's a danger to that. So I don't know. It's just a very interesting dynamic to think about. Just waiting for someone to slip up. Every Telltale should have the possibility of people dying, Hark. I don't mind the idea of my characters dying. Just don't expect me to put as much effort into them because of that. Exactly. That's the other thing is, if you're rolling a character for this, just be aware that your character could die, so you might not want to be too attached to them. Which is a good and bad thing. It's a double-edged sword. So again, there's a lot of pros and cons to a Walking Dead campaign, but I will leave it up to the majority to decide if that is the game that you want me to do as a tabletop campaign for next year. I would prefer a Fallout DOE. I think Fallout would be a super fun campaign to do. My idea for that is to have it be in a city that we haven't explored yet in the games, because we've done Washington, D.C., we've done California, we've done Boston. I want to explore, hopefully, a city that is not done yet during the post apocalypse of that game. So that was interesting. Oh, I love the Sinnoh Trials. I've watched it before, but forgot it was called. Well, Hark, when you have to contend with constantly bringing in new people, meaning that it would be difficult to build meaningful relationships between characters and NPCs. Exactly. People will prioritize survival over roleplay. Yeah, that is also the problem, is that people will... That's the only worry about the Walking Dead one, is that you have a tendency to metagame because you want to keep playing. There are some issues with the Walking Dead game, but we'll see. Praying to the video game gods. Woohoo, let's hope. Yay, Steam is up. Thank you, Gabe. Yes, a Christmas Muriel. I'm dancing with Joe. Checking the chat list, not a lot of mods. Weren't you playing on doubling up on mods, or no one has volunteered yet? Can't believe they're still Ganito. I read that as a fetish. How would the Fallout Telltale tabletop work? Do you know where the tabletop systems for it? Would you go with an entirely new era of America, or would you do something even Bethesda has never done and go to Europe? There is some unofficial tabletop RPGs for Fallout. You have to kind of do a lot of Google search fooing to find them, but they do exist. I don't think any of them are going to be perfect systems. So if they don't seem that great of a system, we might go GURPS, GURPS for it. I haven't decided. At the end of the day, the system in and of itself, I'm not too worried about, because so much of my campaigns are very conversation-based. The roles are there, but they don't happen that often. Not often enough for the system to impact the experience that much, because if you've seen any of my campaigns, you can easily go through an hour or two without hardly making any rolls, and without... At that point, it doesn't matter what system we use. The systems are just there just so that we have some basic things to set up the universe. But at the end of the day, the way that my campaigns work, it's not the end-all be-all of the experience. The end-all be-all of the experience is really the players and just, you know, the quality of the players and the quality of the story that we end up spinning.